school, we are taught to turn off the tap when not using water, to walk instead of driving, to pull the plugs off in our houses. We are taught that one person can make a difference for the environment. And it is true that an action, however small it is better than no action at all. But taking a small action to solve huge problems like pollution or climate change makes individual action seem awfully pointless. The risk is not far from the future. We can either deal with its reality or we can let reality deal with us. So, if I become president, I will become leader who faces that reality. I will bring up real problems and the best solutions possible to it. So without further ado, my first pledge is to develop a strengths-based education. You walk into a classroom and you ask the students there, do you guys enjoy school? Their answers will most likely be negative. For many Korean students, getting through school is something that comes with concentration, immense pressure, and even depression. According to Yonhap News, when they interviewed the students, their school satisfaction rate had only reached 48%. 48%. Almost half of the students weren't satisfied about school life. How is this possible? This leads me to believe that our education system is flawed. Korea's current educational system is based on uniformity and rote memorization. It forces students to learn all the core subjects relentlessly, learning something by repeating it until it turns into a memory. However, just cramming facts into students' heads does nothing except stifling their creative thinking and innovative ideas. Albert Einstein once said, everyone is a genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it is stupid. Moving forward, we need to foster our educational system to every individual's learning. By this, I will develop what I would like to call strengths-based education. This education will ensure that all students are given the opportunity to explore, develop, and decide on their own talents and skills. They'll be educated based on characteristics and strengths while being guided to their career path. As a result, the students will discover their true talents and will be able to maximize their unique potential. My second pledge is to produce biodegradable plastic. We eat plastic, we drink plastic, we breathe plastic, and we use plastic. 380 million tons of it to be exact, all in 1 year. Do we do something about it? Maybe. But we have to ask ourselves, are those solutions long-term plans for our environment or temporary ones? The plastic that we use every day contributes to the 17.6 billion pounds of plastic, which is entering the ocean every year, of which 90% is not recycled. And since plastic is non-biodegradable, it doesn't decompose. Rather, it just keeps getting pushed around, breaking to smaller pieces. Plastic is now in our air, water, soil, and it is inside us right now, impacting our immune system. So we only have one option possible. We have to replace plastic. From plastic that never fully disappears from Earth to one that degrades in about 3 months. From major toxic chemicals released to an eco-friendly environment. So in order to do this, new laws must be enforced so that all companies must replace plastic to biodegradable plastic. The government will support all plastic manufacturing factories financially for 15 years so that we can effectively produce biodegradable plastic. Switching topics, my last pledge is to increase the birth rates. The Sampo generation, which can be translated into the giving up generation. The young Koreans were relinquishing 3 aspects of life: dating, marriage, and children. Korea, which once tried to reduce the high fertility rate, now has the lowest birth rate in the OECD countries. How did that happen, you may ask? Well, one of the biggest factors that contributed was women's increased employment rate. They're afraid that having a child means forfeiting their careers and their dreams. So what could be a way? We could assure them that they wouldn't have to give up their careers. What could be a way? We could relieve their financial burden in taking care of a child. The first thing we can do is creating a system that allows mothers to work from home. With their work aside, the mothers will have more quality time spent with the children. Next, families with 2 or more children will receive a certain amount of subsidies each month, And the university tuition will also be supported by the government as well. Less burdens, less problems, and eventually higher birth rates. By solving these three problems, our country will still be far from perfect. However, I believe a better education, a cleaner environment, and balance and securing human resources are the places to start. Because just like Annette White said, design a life you are inspired to live. Thank you.